Welcome Advisory. This video will walk you through the steps in completing a tax return. The handout also has detailed instructions, so make sure you have that open as well. In my video, we will be completing a tax return for a different character than that in your assignment. We are going to be looking at Angela Lee. She's a 19-year-old college student. Her parents help her pay for college, and she lives at home during the summer. Angela worked part-time at a local plant nursery. Her W-2 is shown below. To complete the tax return, we're going to use the form 1040. The assignment has the link that opens a fillable PDF that comes from the IRS. We're going to complete every line on the 1040 together. Starting at the top, Angela is single. We're going to go ahead and fill in this information from the W-2. The sample W-2 does not contain a full Social Security number. Go ahead and make up the other numbers. Please do not use your actual Social Security number. The first question you might not know how to answer is the box on the right, Presidential Election Campaign. Check here if you want $3 to go to this fund. Checking the box below will not change your tax refund or credit. What this means is that the government can contribute $3 for each tax return to the Presidential Election Campaign. It does not make you pay more in taxes, so you can decide if you want to click yes or no. If you don't want to contribute, just leave it blank. At any time during 2021, did you receive, sell, exchange, or otherwise dispose of any financial interest in any virtual currency? Virtual currency is also known as cryptocurrency. We're going to assume no for this person. Now we look at deductions. In this case, someone can claim you as a dependent. Dependents are people supported by the taxpayer. Children 18 and under are typically considered dependents. College students through age 24 are considered dependents on their parents. This is true even if your parents are not paying for your college. Likely, most teenagers are going to check the box, someone can claim you as a dependent. And teenagers would not have any dependents of their own. For this particular person, we will not check any of these boxes regarding age or blindness, and we have no dependents to list. So some people would list their children here. Now we're ready to enter information about your income. Your W-2 is provided for you by your employer. On your W-2, box 1 shows your wages, tips, and other compensation. This will go in line 1 on your tax return. If you had multiple jobs, you would have to add your box 1s together to fill in here for line 1. Lines 2 through 8 go through different types of income people could potentially have. For this example, and most teenagers, we're going to assume 0. In line 9, your total income would be adding all the numbers in rows 1 through 8. Line 10 might include some adjustments to your income. There are different schedules or worksheets where it will help you calculate if you have any adjustments. In our example, we're going to put 0. This means our adjusted gross income happens to be the same as what we entered on line 1. In row 12, we get to look at some deductions. Deductions are things that the government allows us to subtract from our income. The box on the left tells us the amount of deductions we qualify for. We're filing as a single. We are also a dependent, so we're not a head of household. So our deduction will be $12,550. In some cases, you might also be able to deduct contributions to different charities. For this person, we're going to assume 0. This means our total deductions for line 12C is $12,550. This person had no business deductions. So in order to find our taxable income, we take our initial income from line 1 and we subtract our deductions. So in this case, 13,312 minus 12,550 gives Angela a taxable income of $762. For high school students who work part-time, it might be common to have no taxable income. However, you still need to complete a tax return, and you might actually get a tax refund. On page 2, we're going to enter the taxes that are withheld. Throughout the year, your employer deducted some money from your paycheck to go towards taxes. In line 16, we're going to enter the amount of tax we owe. This is found in instructions from the IRS, which are linked in your assignment. This form lists the income, your taxable income, and it tells you how much tax you would owe based on how you're filing. Remember from line 15 that Angela had a taxable income of $762. I'm going to scroll down in the table until I find that location. So Angela would fall into this category. Angela's income is bigger than 750, but less than 775. Angela's tax would then be found in the first column because Angela is single. So we could find this column to figure out her tax. So based on Angela's taxable income, she owes $76 in income tax. We will enter that on line 16. For Angela, we're going to assume $0 in additional taxes from lines 17 through 24. Other individuals would want to look at the different schedules or worksheets to figure out if there were values they should enter here. Adding all those up, Angela's total tax is still just $76. Now we'll return to the W-2 to see how much federal income tax was already withheld. The federal income tax withheld is found in box 2 of your W-2. So we can see that Angela had $1,535.55 withheld from her paychecks for the federal income tax. I entered that value on line 25A. In 25B and C, for Angela, we'll put 0. She had no additional forms telling us she had other income or taxes withheld. Adding 25A through C gives us our value for 25D. In our situations, we're going to assume that our individuals don't qualify for any of these situations. They didn't have money carried over from previous years. They don't have a child. They don't have combat pay. So we're going to enter 0 for lines 26 through 32. Then the sum of lines 25D, 26, and 32 are the total amount we paid. In our situation, all we've paid is what was withheld on our W-2. So in line 33, we can find that the total amount we paid was $1,535.55. Now we have to see if we owe the government more money or if we'll actually get a refund. So we compare line 33 and line 24. So line 33, remember, says we paid $1,535.44, while line 24 says we only owed $76. That means we will get a refund. So subtracting line 33 minus line 24 tells us that Angela overpaid by $1,459.55. That goes in line 34. In 35A, we indicate how much we want refunded to you rather than being applied to future taxes. We're going to want all of our money refunded. So enter the full amount from line 34. Most people get their tax refund as a direct deposit, meaning the government will put it directly into your bank account. In order to do that, you need information about your account. Please do not enter your actual information, but I'm going to show you how you can find it. So you would look at a check or a deposit slip. The first set of numbers in the bottom is your routing number. That tells information about the bank. Then you have your actual account number. So if this was real, you would put in your bank information. You can just make up values here. Select what type of account you have. So Angela was lucky that she got a refund. This is not always the case. Many people will owe money on their taxes. This would be true if line 24, what you owe, is bigger than line 33, which is what you'd pay. So you would subtract line 33 from line 24 to figure out how much you owe. Again, we don't owe any money. In some cases, if you severely underpaid, they might charge you a penalty. You can designate someone else to talk to the IRS about your tax return. We'll probably just put no. And then you sign it. If you paid an accountant to help you with your taxes, they would fill out this bottom portion. For this assignment, make sure you save a copy. If you're actually filing your taxes, you'd want to print them off. So you should always save a copy of your taxes. But if you're going to file your taxes, you can actually do this online. This is going to be faster. If you're getting a refund and you want your money more quickly, you can use a free file. However, this is another step for you to do. If you're not concerned about getting your money real quickly, you might just want to do the paper version. So if you're going to send in your information, you can find the address at the IRS website. Where you send it depends upon where you live. And again, pay attention to what kind of form you were using. We did the 1040, and in our case, we don't owe a payment. So we send it to this address. If you did owe money, you would send it differently. As you complete your tax return assignment, please let us know if you have any questions.